Would you describe this as the toughest moment of your political career?
Well, Nick, I've had a few tough moments in my political career.
I can't recall when you've earned, I think, every single front page of the newspapers, and I say again, been depicted from Stan Laurel to Private Pike to Frank Spencer. You must need fairly broad shoulders to take that, Mr. Williamson.
But at every stage...
Is it the toughest moment of your career?
It is a tough moment, but at every stage I know that every action that we've taken those actions in order to act in the best interests of students and preserving the integrity of the system, making sure that students get the fair result. And when we are presented with evidence, it's important that we act upon that evidence.
Yes.
That's what we've done.
Have you offered to resign?
Nick, my focus is threefold. One, to make sure students get the grades, make sure that students get the grades that they deserve, make sure that all students are back into school in September, that we're going to do, and then thirdly, which is equally an enormous agenda, and the thing that the Prime Minister wants me to deliver on, to make sure we continue that revolution in education. We've seen over the last 10 years standards in education increase massively. I'm going to be driving that forward over this Parliament. That's my focus. That's what I'm going to be doing. That's what I'm going to be delivering on.
You're confident you will stay in post, Mr. Williamson. Suppose September doesn't go, you've just referenced it, doesn't go as you planned. Surely then you would know it's time to pack your satchel and go home.
Nick, I have every confidence, every belief, because anyone who works in education knows that the only thing and the only right thing to do is open the doors to every single school in this country and welcome every single pupil back. And we saw, before schools rose for their summer holidays, you saw almost 1.7 million children already back into schools. You saw so many children being welcomed in by their children. Yeah. We're looking forward to teachers, welcoming all those 9 million children back into school in September, and I do not have a moment's doubt that's what we're going to achieve.
So you can tell me now, on Tuesday the 18th of August at 8:21, you are confident all the children who are well enough to go, of course, will be behind their desks next month?
We expect to see a full return of schools with children returning. Yes, absolutely.
Right, OK. And for the GCSE results, just explain, because that we just do need, of course, to pay attention to the hundreds of thousands of children who are getting those. What does yesterday's decision mean to them, Mr. Williamson?
The decision means for them, as it does with the A-level grades, is if the centre assessed grade is higher than the calculated grade, that will be the one that is awarded to that child. If the calculated grade is higher than the centre assessed grade, then it is that grade that will be awarded to that child. OK. Lastly,
has Mr. Johnson, how have your conversations been with the Prime Minister?
Very good, thank you. It's obviously it's not a conversation that you would ever want to do. It's not a conversation that you ever want to sort of have to say to the Prime Minister that we'd have to make these significant changes. But my belief is, if something's wrong, if something isn't working, the key thing to do is to fix it. That's what I did, and that's what I would always do.
Did he lose his temper with you?
The Prime Minister is a very, very even-tempered person and certainly didn't lose a temper with me. He recognised this was the right thing to do. He agreed with me that it was the right thing to do. That's why we did it.
And lastly, you didn't lose your temper with anyone at Ofqual, Secretary of State?
No, not at all.
No desk thumping?
What I want Ofqual to do is deliver the right grades for every child.